Hi, I'm GeoBun, and welcome to the third installment of my Queer OC series. Today we'll be discussing an OC of mine that I've had since around elementary or middle school. This character is one I decided to completely overhaul, since Little Geo made OCs based off of what looks cool and didn't really care much for writing a character's history/motivations. Totally fine if this is your own method of making OCs, I'd just redesigned him with these in mind because it better matches my style of creating characters nowadays. Now, you may be thinking, what led you to recreate an OC that's well over a decade old now? Well, my kind fellow, I recently streamed Assassin's Creed for 14 hours straight on Twitch. Despite its flaws, I adore the story and characters. It's a game that's very near and dear to me, and while if it wasn't obvious from the stream's length, it was a past special interest. I could go on about what the series is and why it's special for me, but it would take a video or maybe two or maybe three. Maybe later I'll make a special interest series while I'm at it. Moving on, the character featured today is Irfan Nassif. I don't have a lot of drawings of him, as I've managed to have another special interest invade my brain, but I have got a lot written about him in the form of plot points for the fic I'm writing, and some that are just floating around in my old dusty crusty noggin. For convenience sake, I'll give as brief a summary of his backstory as possible. In the county of Tripoli, this little area here, Irfan was trained as an assassin since he was a young boy. Under his father's guidance, he learned not only to wield a sword, but how to smith them, as well as a variety of other weapons. Through his dedication to his training, he quickly became a favorite of the master of his sect, taking on important duties from a young age. Unfortunately for Irfan, all was not as it seemed. It took him some time to realize, but by age 20, he found each man felled by his blade on his master's orders were former assassins of the very sect he called home. The assassins' worst crime? Disagreeing with their master's methods and attempting to start their own sect. Upon discovering this revelation, Irfan told his closest friend and fellow assassin, Fahad el-Din, of their master's betrayal. After hearing this, Fahad confronted their master, who told him Irfan was a liar and a traitor who must be punished. Shortly after, Irfan's father was publicly executed by Fahad on the master's orders. With his father gone and the whole sect in the county of Tripoli convinced he was a traitor, Irfan fled, changing his name and growing out his hair in the process. Though he was wary from his master and best friend's betrayal, Irfan still respected the creed and wanted to continue its work elsewhere. In his travels, he heard of Al-Mulim's sect in Masyaf and rode there to be a part of it. He was accepted by Al-Mulim, who was under the impression he was still a part of his original sect, a sect that was unaware of the old master's true motives. If you know, you know. Now for the reason you're likely here in the first place. How is this character queer? Well, for the first time in my Queer OC series, but certainly not the last, I present to you an OC X-Canon ship. The speed draw from the start is actually a canon character known as Malik al-Saif, a prominent character in the first Assassin's Creed game, and the guy my OC here just happens to have the hots for. Irfan first meets Malik on his second or third job from Al-Mulim. My OC is a man of few words, so this factor, combined with not disclosing his true motivations fully from the start, causes the two to have a bit of a rocky beginning to their relationship. Over the course of the fic, however, he matures a bit and makes up for his mistakes. I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of my Queer OC series. I look forward to bringing you more once I have the energy, and I hope you enjoyed watching a condensed 15.5-hour drawing process of these two cuties. Also, happy Disability Pride Month! I guess I'm unintentionally on theme from picking a special interest franchise. I hope you guys are having a great bat summer. See you in the next one!